of their wages as an additional allowance, with rates adjusted based on contract length. Currently, temporary workers earn an average of 2.89 million won per month, while those with contracts under 1 year earn about 2.8 million won, roughly 9,000 won less. The allowance will be calculated using a standard monthly base of 2.545 million won. In local news, Busan City recorded the fastest growth in regular employment among the nation's 7 major metropolitan areas over the past 5 years. The number of regular workers rose 12.9% from 735,000 in 2021 to 830,000 in 2025, outpacing the 8.0% increase in non-regular jobs and indicating improved job stability. Working conditions also showed progress. The number of employees working long hours dropped by 28.3%, while those within standard working hours increased by 8.2%, the highest among all categories. Workers logging 35 hours or less per week saw a modest 3.2% rise. During the same period, Busan's unemployment rate remained low at 2.5%. The Korea Labor and Employment Service held the 2026 K-Ocean Job Fair today on April 28th at the Busan Port International Exhibition and Convention Center to connect job seekers with opportunities in the shipping and port logistics sector. A total of 23 companies and around 300 job seekers participated, with on-site interviews conducted throughout the day. Companies recruited for a range of roles in maritime transport, port operations, and logistics, reflecting rising labor demand in the sector. In addition to recruitment, the event offered practical support programs such as resume and cover letter consulting, employment seminars, and ID photo services, providing participants with guidance to improve job readiness and access broader career opportunities. In international news, the United States Trade Representative has renewed criticism of Korea's network usage fee system, calling it a trade barrier and claiming Korea is the only country imposing such charges on internet traffic. The remarks shared on social media have reignited debate over digital trade tensions between the two sides. The issue centers on whether content providers should pay internet service providers for generating heavy traffic. And now for today's weather. Skies will be mostly cloudy today, and fine dust levels are expected to range from good to moderate. The temperature in Busan is currently 21 degrees Celsius. And that wraps up this hour's news. Thank you for joining us. You're listening to BeFM, 부산영어방송.
Your best choice. BeFM, 부산영어방송.
Coming up next is For My Busan with Laura McLucky. BeFM, 부산영어방송.
Many people liken life to a marathon. That's true. There's no need to rush or push yourself too hard from the very beginning. It may seem like a long journey, but with a steady effort, you can make it to the finish. And if someone guides you along the way, it becomes much easier to keep going. Where are you in your marathon right now? Hello, everyone. I'm Andrew Murphy. Welcome to the For My Busan. All right, for our first song, we have Dallas Love Field by Doyoung. Good afternoon, everyone. Surprise! I bet that was a bit of a surprise, but my name is Andrew, and welcome to For My Busan. Now, I think you were also a bit surprised by my voice. A little different than Laura's, maybe not too different. But yeah, Laura is feeling a little bit under the weather today, so I'm stepping in for her. Some big shoes to fill, I know. I'll try my best, or I might just stay here for good. I don't know, Laura. Come get your chair back. I'm not sure. Now, back to our topic here. These days, running is more popular than ever. Marathon events are also so in demand that unless you manage to click, 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 and get there right away in the intense ticketing that's often called picketing, it's hard to even participate. So even if you want to, you might not be able to. So why are so many people getting into running? Perhaps the biggest reason is that anyone can start anytime, anywhere. Now, unlike other sports, running doesn't require special equipment or special clothing, although I do see a lot of people out there with some fancy clothing. It doesn't even require a particular place. That's why so many people are taking up running. Now, of course, some people just run as a hobby, while others run to achieve personal records. And some go even further, running to push beyond the limits of human ability. Now, recently, you may have seen in the news that this limit was pushed once again. The long-standing 2-hour barrier for the full marathon was finally broken. Now, this was at the 2026 London Marathon. A Kenyan runner won the race by completing the 42.195 kilometer course in 1 hour, 59 minutes, and 30 seconds. Whew, I'm getting tired just thinking of that. Now, this marks the first time in an official marathon that a runner has finished in under 2 hours. Right after his victory, he said he was happy to prove that there are no limits to humans. I guess not. Now, for a long time, running 42.195 kilometers in under 2 hours was considered an impossible challenge. But this time, that barrier was finally broken. Now, it really seems that with enough effort, nothing is impossible. So, shall we talk about running today? What's the longest distance you've ever run? Maybe for me to the refrigerator and back, but hopefully for you a little longer. Also, what's the longest distance you've ever walked? Now, 여러분은 얼마나 달리는지, 얼마나 걷는지, 그리고 듣기 좋은 노래도 같이 보내주세요. Now, and what's your favorite song to listen to when running or walking? This is a huge, I guess, for many people, they can only listen to something really strong and heavy or something relaxing. I don't know. Let us know. Feel free to send in your request. All right. Now, you can be a prize winner of the day. Please participate in the show through the Sharp Kugung Ogong text message. Unfortunately, it's going to cost you 100 won. Or you can get in touch with us through Kakao Talk and, of course, the live chat on YouTube. Now, for me, walking, I try to walk every day. I don't know about you. There's that magic number of 10,000 steps. I'd like to think I get that in every day. Some days more than others. But, you know, running or jogging, I do enjoy jogging. Running seems like a bit of a chore. But maybe a walk and a jog, they go hand in hand, I think. And then I'm able to have a good weekend if I can do that. Now, up today on our show, in the first half, we have news feed. So stay updated with the latest news from Busan and, of course, from around the world. We have on the mic stories of Busan locals encountered on the streets of Busan. Starting this season, we've set aside a special time every Tuesday to invite local artists from Busan. Now, there's also Andrew's pop quiz time with, of course, I think what everybody's waiting for, the special gifts, all right? In the second half, please stay with us for this. We have weekly PD. fresh and lively Busan stories delivered by BeFM newbie PDs. I'm always interested in a newbie story. Also, we have Andrew's Quick Dive. It's time to share my thoughts about everything in the world quickly. Maybe try to see what else is going on. Also, we have the Busan Playlist, a daily interactive segment where listeners and hosts create a playlist together. So hopefully you'll stick around for the entire show, and we have lots to give you today.
System check complete. Destination set. Busan.
On behalf of the flight crew, thank you for flying with us and have a pleasant day.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We're now making our approach to Busan. Cabin crew, prepare for landing. We've just landed. Welcome to For My Busan.
Welcome to Newsfeed, our little space to slow down, catch up, and look at what's happening in Busan and in Korea, and of course, around the world. So, what made it into my Newsfeed today? Let's take a look. First up, Adulting 101, Money Edition. Sounds scary. Busan is looking to help college students get a little more financially prepared for real life. Sounds great. Today, the city is signing an agreement to create a new finance education system for university students in Busan. Six organizations are taking part, including Busan Rise Innovation Institute, Busan National University, the Bank of Korea's Busan office, the Financial Supervisory Service. Now, the goal is to give students more structured education on practical money topics. Now, this includes things like financial literacy, healthy investing habits, and understanding how money works before you're suddenly thrown out into rent, loans, credit cards, and all those adult life surprises. And because Busan is also trying to grow as a global financial city, this can help build a stronger local talent base in finance. Now, my opinion on this, this is incredibly important. You know, this is something I wish I had as a university student or even as a high school student, because I feel we learn all of these things in university. I could write a paper. I could get in a due date, all these things. But if someone said, hey, can you do your taxes? Or do you know how to read this bank statement properly? I would have been lost. So financial education doesn't have to be scary or boring, but, you know, it could be, but it's also super important. Next on my newsfeed, commute and save. I love saving. From now through September, K-Pass users can get an extra 30% back when they use public transportation during commuting hours. Basically, the government is temporarily expanding K-Pass benefits, and Busan riders can feel some of the extra discount too. The exact refund rate depends on the user. For example, whether they're a general user, a young adult, a senior, part of a multi-child family, or in the low-income household. But there's the key point here. In Busan, the spending amount needed to start receiving benefits, so getting things back, has been lowered for general users from 55,000원 or 55,000 won to 27,000 27,000 won. So you may not have to spend as much before the refund kicks in. And there's another helpful update. Since April 1st, K-Pass and Dongbaek Pass have been linked more smoothly. So this connected system, people can use Busan public transportation without limits for 45,000 won a month. 45,000원, unlimited. I think that sounds amazing. This is something that I feel when I first came to Korea and in Busan, there wasn't like a monthly pass. I used to use the subway and the bus so much, but I was always having to recharge my card at the Pyeongjam, or there used to be like little stations you could do that at. I think they've kind of gone away now, but it brings back some PTSD from that time because I used it too much. These days, I just use my credit card, I think. But anytime, citizens of the city have a chance to save money, I think, it's a win-win for everybody. But also, I think people might use public transportation more, which is also beneficial for the environment. So hopefully that's great for everyone out there. And finally, this even sounds weird saying it. Something weirdly calming coming from Sweden. Moose TV is back. Okay. Sweden, so this is kind of the opposite of doom strolling. It wants to keep you in one place. Sweden has a TV show called The Great Moose Migration. And yes, it's exactly what it sounds like. A live stream of moose slowly making their annual journey across a river in northern Sweden. Sounds amazing. And the funny part, most of the time, nothing happens. Viewers might wait hours just to see one moose appear. But that's kind of the magic. It's slow TV. No dramatic music, no host yelling, no editing tricks. Just wind, water, birds, trees, and maybe if you're lucky, the odd moose, all right? So the show started after producers met a local couple who used to watch moose cross the river from the window with binoculars. Now the live stream uses dozens of cameras and microphones hidden in the forest, and fans around the world watch together online. And when moose finally swim across, apparently the chat explodes like it's the World Cup. Now, for those of you who don't know, I'm from Canada. It's other than Sweden, apparently, the capital of the moose, all right? It's one of our logos on a lot of T-shirts and stuff. So this is something I think I might tune into. I've seen quite a few fair moose in my life. I've also eaten a fair few moose in my life. That's maybe for another show. But I could see people, I don't know, getting involved with this because it's so different. Every day we're scrolling on the phone, just looking for that next kind of adrenaline rush, where the adrenaline rush from this, just like you're waiting, it's the anticipation. And then if you're able to catch one, and maybe your friend doesn't, I think that would be kind of some bragging rights as well. I don't know. It sounds pretty cool. But also, you never know what else you would see on these live streams, especially from trail cams or live cameras. I know I used to watch with my kids. There was like one of the zoos in San Diego. I think it is the San Diego Zoo. They would have live streaming, and the animals all the time were sleeping. And then it'd be like, oh, they're awake. They're going to get food. It was pretty amazing. I thought it was awesome. So if you're into that, let me know. I think it'd be pretty cool. So that's today's news feed, from money lessons for college students, very important, to extra commuter refunds. Hey, we all like a little extra change in our pockets. And some addictive moose live streams. Hey, I think it all goes together. So happy days. Next up, we have our second song here. We have Crazier by Boa.
When they get loud, they get louder. Their hero is coming. When they get mad, they get madder. The feel is coming. When they get loud, they get louder. Their hero is coming. When they get mad, they get madder. The feel is coming. Have you ever seen 괴로운 외톨이 and the enemy? 깜찍 않은 loser. You should learn your lesson, please. You should never come for me. You should never seen a warrior. Oh. I need some water right now. What? Check the record summit, check receipts. 지금 울려니까 또 해보기 빨라. You should learn your lesson, please. You should never come for me. You should never seen a warrior. Oh, wake up right now, feeling like oh. 더 느끼고 볼까? Here talking loud, but I get louder. You should know by now, but I don't ever wanna wait. 지금 눌러봐도 I got taller. It's a crazy world, I've seen it all, but guess what? I'm crazy. I'm crazy. I'm crazy. It's a crazy world, I've seen it all, but guess what? I'm crazy. You're louder. The feeling's coming. You're louder. The feeling's coming. When they get mad, we get madder. They see us coming.
Welcome to On the Mic, made in Busan. Did you know that the last day of April is a UNESCO-designated International Jazz Day? And this year, the performance will be held here in Busan. 음악예술인협회장 이병주 색소포니스트와 정소희, 정서현 보컬리스트 두 분 모시겠습니다. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. Hello, I'm saxophonist Lee Byung-ju. As the chairman of the Music Artists Association, I'm working to provide more opportunities for musicians in Busan.
My name is Sohee Jang, and I'm a jazz vocalist, and I'm working based in Busan, Ulsan, Gyeongnam area. Today, I'm very excited to talk about jazz music. Hope all listeners enjoy this show today.
Hi guys, thanks for having me. I'm Seohyun, a vocalist based in Busan. Lovely to meet you.
Thank you so much for coming. I hear this is the first time Busan is hosting International Jazz Day. So how did it come to be held in Busan this year?
네, 부산에도 그 훌륭한 재즈 뮤지션들과 재즈를 사랑하는 분들이 엄청 많이 계십니다.
네.
부산도 충분히 이런 국제적인 재즈 행사를 만들어낼 수 있다는 그런 생각을 했고 누군가 해주기를 기다리기보다는 우리가 직접 만들어보자는 마음으로 준비하게 되었습니다.
그렇군요. Could you tell us what kind of performance is planned and what makes this concert particularly special?
네, 빅밴드 특유의 웅장하고 화려한 사운드를 제대로 느끼실 수 있는 그런 무대입니다. 특히 이번 공연은 아마추어 빅밴드와 프로 빅밴드가 함께하는 무대에 오른다는 점에서 더욱 특별합니다. 예, 단순히 공연 하나를 보여드리는 것이 아니라 부산의 재즈인들이 함께 만들고 함께 성장하는 장면 자체를 보여드리는 무대라고 생각합니다. 친숙하게 들을 수 있는 곡들도 준비되어 있어서 재즈를 처음 접하시는 분들도 충분히 재밌게 즐기실 수 있는 그런 공연입니다.
It's a jazz big band made up entirely of local musicians from Busan. Second, it's a rare chance to see such a variety of players from each section on one stage. And when they come together, the sound is just incredible. We've already had our first rehearsal and it was so amazing.
I see.
You can definitely look forward to it, really.
I'm already looking forward to it. Could you tell our listeners what kind of musicians make up the full big band?
빅밴드는 보통 그 색소폰, 트럼펫, 트럼본 그리고 피아노, 베이스, 드럼 같은 리듬 섹션으로 구성이 됩니다.
네.
대체로 20명에서 30명 정도가 함께 연주하기 때문에 일반 소규모 재즈 밴드와는 또 다른 규모감과 에너지가 있습니다. 이번 공연에서는 부산에서 활동하는 다양한 연주자 50명이 함께 모였습니다. 꾸준히 음악을 사랑하며 실력을 쌓아온 아마추어 연주자들도 있습니다.
그렇군요.
네, 그렇게 서로 다른 경험과 색깔을 가진 분들이 함께 모였다는 점이 오히려 이 공연의 큰 매력이라고 생각합니다.
And what would be the best way for jazz beginners to enjoy the jazz concert, especially like this big band?
Jazz is a music of communication. Jazz audiences often nod their heads, tap their feet to the rhythm, sway their bodies, and even cheer and applaud in the middle of a piece. So in order to fully really enjoy our concert, we invite you to participate by using your hands, feet, and voices, just as the performers use their bodies to create the music.
Oh wow, so it's like dancing with the
Yes,
ensemble.
right.
Sounds awesome. For, those who can't make it to the performance, would it be possible to give us a short live snippet right here?
Sure, the song is called Normal Place. Every day when I am far away, my thoughts are homeward, forever homeward.
No more blues, I'm going back home. No more dues, I'm through with all my wandering. Now I settle down and never roam and find a man and be a wife and we settle down. No more booze, nothing but happiness when we settle down. There'll be no more blues.
감사합니다. 정말 공연을 꼭 가보고 싶다는 생각이 벌써 드는데요. Well, I know we're here to talk about the big jazz event on Thursday, but I'd also love to hear about each of your musical journeys. What made you start music and why did you choose jazz in particular?
처음에 색소폰 소리에 매료돼서 음악을 시작하게 되었습니다.
네.
특유의 인간적인 음색이라고 해야 할까요? 사람 목소리처럼 느껴지는 그런 부분이 굉장히 매력적으로 다가왔습니다. 그러다가 재즈를 접하게 되었는데 재즈는 정해진 틀 안에서 연주하는 음악이라기보다 그 순간의 감정과 생각을 자유롭게 표현할 수 있는 음악이라서 큰 매력을 느꼈습니다. 같은 곡이라도 매번 다르게 연주될 수 있고 연주자들끼리 서로 대화하듯이 음악을 만들어 간다는 점이 굉장히 인상 깊었습니다. 그래서 자연스럽게 재즈를 계속하게 되었고 지금까지도 그 매력 때문에 연주를 거의 한 30년째 이어오고 있습니다.
그래요.
I've always loved popular music, so I initially chose to major in 실용음악. However, in a society like Korea, where so many people sing well, I began to wonder how I could develop a unique artistic identity. That question led me to jazz. The learning process has not been easy, and even now there is still so much more for me to discover. But the more I practice, train, and study, the more I feel that jazz is shaping me into a more distinctive and expressive artist.
For me, I first became interested in vocal pedagogy and focused on that field. As I started performing, I naturally grew closer to jazz. At first, it felt quite intimidating since I tend to be more structured and found improvisation challenging. However, I wanted to face that weakness and expand my musical range.
I see.
Thanks to the opportunities given by senior musicians in the local scene, I was able to grow through those experiences, and I'm still very grateful for every performance.
And you're all based in Busan, so I'm curious, what made you choose Busan as your base, and what has kept you here as artists?
부산은 제게 삶의 터전이기도 하고 음악적으로 굉장히 매력적인 도시입니다. 바다가 있는 도시 특유의 열린 에너지와 자유로운 분위기가 재즈와도 아주 잘 어울린다고 생각합니다. 물론 지역에서 활동하다 보면 어려움도 있지만 그렇기 때문에 더더욱 부산에서 좋은 음악 문화를 만들어 가고 싶다는 마음이 큽니다. 부산에서도 충분히 수준 높은 재즈 공연과 좋은 음악 생태계를 만들 수 있다는 걸 보여드리고 싶었습니다.
For me, I reckon Busan is a very inspiring city for both experiencing and creating culture. It brings together people from diverse backgrounds, including international communities, and it naturally influences my work. That's why I chose Busan.
I was born and raised in Gimhae, so although Busan is geographically close, it felt like a distant city to me when I was young. But these days, I find myself visiting much more often because of the gigs. In practical terms, choosing Busan has been the best option while staying close to my hometown. However, what I've come to realize through collaborating with many musicians here is that there are so many warm and genuine artists, people with hearts as embracing as the sea that surrounds the city. Working with them has been a truly joyful and enriching experience. That's why I chose Busan.
Thank you for sharing all your interesting stories here in Busan. I'd like to ask one last question. What kind of jazz scene do you hope to see here in Busan going forward?
앞으로 부산에서도 재즈가 좀 더 일상적인 문화가 되었으면 좋겠습니다.
네.
특별한 사람들만 즐기는 장르가 아니라 누구나 편하게 공연장에 와서 즐길 수 있는 음악이 되었으면 좋겠습니다. 그리고 젊은 음악가들이 부산을 떠나야만 활동할 수 있는 것이 아니라 부산에 와야만 할 수 있는 그런 무대를 만들 수 있는 환경이 좀씩 넓어졌으면 좋겠습니다. 저도 그런 흐름을 만드는데 작은 힘이나마 보태고 싶습니다.
오늘 이렇게 언더 마이크 메이드 인 부산 자리해 주셔서 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
감사합니다. Thank you.
Thank you to Cadra for that amazing interview with everyone there. It was absolutely fantastic. Now, this Thursday, April 30th, marks the UNESCO designated International Jazz Day. And in 2026, a big band jazz concert will be held in Busan with a live jazz performance featuring a 50-member big band. That seems, there should be a bigger word than that, just big band, massive band. Now, Busan-based jazz musicians, saxophonist Lee Byung-ju and vocalist Jung So-hee and Jung So-hyun share how to enjoy jazz performances, encouraging audiences to clap along and engage with performers during the show. I think that's really important because a lot of people don't know how to act at some of these events. Should we be quiet and just watch? But they want you to get involved. I think that's awesome. Now, they also introduce the charm of the jazz genre and talk about their lives as musicians in Busan. Now, this event takes place this Thursday, April 30th at 7:30 p.m. at the Busan Citizens Hall. Now, tickets are still available through online platforms, so, get out there and try to get them. Now, this interview for me, I'm not somebody, I like jazz. I don't know a lot about jazz, so I hope that makes sense to maybe some of you out there. But a couple of things about this here, the interview, I thought Cadra asked some amazing questions. Also, when they started to sing, I know the camera wasn't on me. We had the picture on the screen here. I started, getting into it. It was great. Also, it was nice to hear about their journeys because I think a lot of us just assume that, these people are successful. It was easy for them to get there. Look how talented they are. But it's never easy. And they explain that it took some time not to give up. I think that's really important advice for anybody, not just in music, but in life. So don't give up and keep your dreams alive. Also, they were talking about, the question about what's the jazz scene going to be like here in Busan. And from hearing what they had to say, I think the jazz scene here in Busan is in good hands. And also, if they're putting on shows like this and teaching people how to get involved in the shows, I think that's really important because a lot of people, I feel, might feel intimidated to go to maybe a new genre of music. Maybe you've been to a rock concert or a hip hop show and you know how to interact or act with those things. But a jazz concert, sometimes you see people in suits and ties and you're like, am I allowed to raise my voice or clap? And they said, hey, get involved. But I think they also feed off the energy and maybe that might help them in their performance. So, get out there, support these individuals and, the UNESCO designated International Jazz Day. And with any of these things, I say this all the time. If you miss it, you want something to come back. But if you attend something like this, there's a good chance you'll see it again. And then other people can enjoy it as well. So please check it out. All right. Now, today we are talking about running and walking. And I've seen a few of you in the chat saying that, you enjoy a little bit of both. Maybe a little more of one thing than the other. And, I'm with you on that one. Some days I'm walking, sometimes I'm jogging, sometimes I'm just dragging it along because it could be the midweek blues. Now, 여러분이, 각기 혹은 달리가의 광한 기록이나 이야기로 듣고 싶은 신청곡과 함께 보내주세요. 2부에서 노래도 듣고 선물도 드립니다. Apologize for my Korean, everybody, but keep joining in the chat. I love it. You can win a prize today. That's what we're all here for. Please participate in the show through a text message. That could be through Kakao Talk, could be the live chat. you could send me a letter in the mail and I might get you a prize. All right? I can't guarantee that. But we're going to go to a song break here. This is going to be Someone in the Crowd by the La La Land cast.
You got the invitation, you got the right address. You need some medication, the answer's always yes. A little chance encounter could be the one you've waited for. Just squeeze a bit more. Tonight we're on a mission, tonight's the casting call. If this is the real audition, oh God, help us all. You make the right impression, then everybody knows your name. We're in the fast lane. Someone in the crowd could be the one you need to know, the one to finally lift you off the ground. Someone in the crowd could take you where you want to go. If you're the someone ready to be found, the someone ready to do what you need to do till they discover you and make you more than who you're seeing now. So with the stars aligned, I think I'll stay behind. You gotta go and find that someone in the crowd. That someone in the Is someone in the crowd the only thing you really see? Watching what
Now you're listening to For My Busan with me, Andrew Murphy. If you're just tuning in and you're wondering, where's Laura? Laura's feeling a bit under the weather today, so I stepped in. As I said before, some pretty big shoes to fill, but I'll try my best. Now, since I've come in especially for this 2 hours today, I thought about doing something special for you. Any guesses what it might be? So we're going to have a short quiz time and see if you can get the answers right. And of course, since I'm here, there's also a special coffee gift from me, Andrew, waiting for you. All right, so I'm going to give you a topic word, and you can send me 3 words related to it. All right, so 영어 단어 3개. Bono 주세요. All right, for example, when I say Andrew, then you can send me 3 related words like loud, annoying, can't stand it, just joking, handsome, fun, young. I love it. So let's get started. Spring. So please send 3 related words to spring during our short song break. All right, so our next song is going to be from Minso. This is Deep Dawn.
항상 바래왔던 deep down 비춰진 색깔에 차가웠던 Maybe it's 또 달콤한 같아 Makes me I can sleep in the yeah Closer to my dream when I'm with you 모를 것만 같던 새벽의 비밀이 선명해진 세상에
All right, welcome back to Andrew's Pop Quiz Time. Now, I gave you a topic word, and you had to give me 3 words that kind of go with it. So, some word association. That's maybe you may have heard that before. Like as I gave you the example, Andrew, handsome, young, amazing, fantastic. All right, so the word I gave you was spring. All right, now let's take a look here at what some of our listeners said. Ken said flower, wind, and park. Okay, I would agree with you on that one. Next, Hannah says cherry blossoms, blooming, and tulip. Yeah, I think cherry blossom is one that a lot of people would, right off the top of their head, they would say. All right. 2065 Nim said seasoned vegetables, so namu. Yeah, I would agree with that. It's fresh, right, at that time of year. Spring fatigue and yellow dust. 2065 Nim, you had me at these vegetables. The energy was there. And then the fatigue and the yellow dust. All right. 7580 Nim said blossom, breeze, sunshine. To me, that sounds like it should be a song or the name of a band. I'm not really sure. Jenny loves music, coming in with sprouts, flower, and sleepy. Jenny loves music. I'm curious why the sleepy. You know, we come out of winter, that seasonal depression people have. You're full awake. Come on, breathe in the flowers. And then we have Kim Dok-sun says warm, flowers, and start. All right, sounds good to me. All right, I would say for me, spring, I would have to say cherry blossoms. I'm gonna say pollen, the like the stuff that comes from the flowers, bothers my allergies. And of course, fresh. I'm gonna go there. Start well, in the middle, not so much. All right, so the Andrew surprise gift goes to 2065 Nim. All right, let's keep things going. I'm going to give you another topic word, and then you're going to let me know what you're going to say with these 3 things. The second word is, all right, are you ready? Color. All right. So, what 3 words do you think of when you hear the word color? All right. So, please send us those 3 words during our short song break. And the next song here is going to be Spring by Park Bomb.
Baby, let me down. 내 떨리는 두 손을 내게 묶여버린 채로 나만 혼자인 것 같아. 이대로 다 잊혀져 버릴 것 같아. Yeah, 다 깨어있는 이 시간이 너무나도 괴로워. Always 우울할 때면 어느새 또 나도 모르게 너를 찾아 헤매는 내가 너무 미워져. 추억은 다시 let me down 언제 울었냐는데 make me laugh 이제 곧 끝이 거야 시간이 지나가면 yeah 떠나가면 자리가 아직은 내게는 크지만 뭐 yeah
Now we're back for the second half of Andrew's Pop Quiz time. The second word I gave you was color. Well, I don't wear any of it today, I guess. Maybe I should have got the memo. All right, so let's take a look at what you had to say, listeners, and what 3 words you come up with for this. So Kathy says pink, black, and white. I think those colors go quite good together. 6079 Nim says gold, green, and gray. Sounds like my high school colors, actually. That's nice. Dana Lee says red, green, blue, RGB. Yeah, it's like when you're on your TV or your monitor, you're trying to change the colors. Maybe you're in tech. All right. 5733 Nim says pink, red, and blue. All right. Jenny loves music. Mint, pink, navy, blue. This sounds like Easter colors there, Jenny loves music. Gosunim says yellow, green, and black. And Jin says silver, gold, and brown. There's lots here. Also, a message here from Jung Myung-guk says it's a wonderful and beautiful show. Handsome Andrew, stay strong. Yeah, 마치고 아름다운 방송입니다. 최고 미남 앤드류 힘내세요. Thank you so much. I know who you are. All right. So, Andrew's surprise gift goes to Gosu! Fantastic. Enjoy that. Thank you for everyone who sent in your messages. I've also been checking on the live chat on YouTube Live as well. I appreciate all your kind words, and there's been a lot of "Haiting." Yeah, I need that for the second half as well. Please stay tuned with that. So please tell us about your running or walking record with a song request. All right, you can be a prize winner of the day. Please participate in the show through Sharp Gugong Ogong text message. Please remember that will cost you 100 won, or through Kakao Talk, or you can always get in touch with us at or on the YouTube Live chat. I'm going to see you in the second half at 5 o'clock. BeFM 부산영어방송.
자갈치 시장의 활기찬 목소리, 영도 앞바다를 수놓은 은빛 윤슬, 우리가 지켜온 부산의 소중한 모습들입니다. 이제 부산은 그 이상의 내일을 준비합니다. 첨단을 달리는 에코 델타시티의 일상부터 가덕도 신공항의 하늘길, 그리고 유라시아와 북극을 잇는 북극 항로까지 세계를 향한 거침없는 도약. 그 엔진은 바로 부산 사람입니다.
우리가 부산입니다.
우리가 부산입니다.
우리가 부산입니다.
당신의 자부심이 부산의 미래를 만듭니다. 이 캠페인은 대선공익재단과 부산영어방송이 함께합니다.
Welcome to Busan. Let me show you around. Here you can find the world's largest musical in-ground fountain and the world's only UN memorial cemetery. Stroll along the coast and explore the largest mountain fortress in Korea. As well as all this, there are so many tourist attractions, beautiful exhibitions, vibrant culture, convenient facilities, and delicious foods unique to Busan. With all the beauty and charm of the amazing city of Busan, you'll find yourself right at home in this ever-changing tourism paradise. So stay with us a while. Busan, your #1 tourist destination. Your home, away from home. This campaign is brought to you by BeFM, Busan 영어방송.
Hi, I'm Roberto Fernandez from Mallorca, Spain. I have been living here in Busan for more than 5 years with my Korean wife and twin boys. Back in 2020, I was invited to a game by a friend of mine. Since in Spain, football is the most beloved sport, baseball really drew my attention. In Sajic Baseball Stadium, everyone was singing the chants loudly, and that space was filled with the vibes of Busan. Everyone could truly become one body and one mind, sharing all the feelings of joy and sorrow. When I first visited here in Busan, I didn't have a family. But now, I have the whole Giants family as well as my own family. Once Busan Galmegi, you are forever Busan Galmegi. Global City Busan, we're in it together. This campaign was brought to you by BeFM, 부산 영어방송.
셰프 에드워드 레이입니다. 빨리빨리. 한국 사람들은 이 말을 입에 달고 살더군요. 하지만 걸음을 멈추는 모습에 놀랐습니다.
제가 들어드릴게요.
여기 앉으세요.
가장 빠른 나라 대한민국에는 가장 따뜻한 멈춤이 있습니다. 공익광고협의회.
The time is now 5 o'clock.
엄마가 얘기하는 거 따라해봐. 부산이 좋아요.
부산이 좋아요.
For my 부산.
For my 부산. 부산으로 오세요. For my 부산.
부산? For my 부산.
부산 하면 For my Busan.
하나, 둘, 셋.
부산 is good. For my 부산.
You are listening to For My Busan.
All right, today we'd like to share your story about walking and running. First question here, what's the longest distance you've ever run? Has it been 1 kilometer, 5 kilometers, or maybe you're like one of those super marathon runners and then you go all night? Who knows? I'm not sure. Or what's the longest you've ever walked? I think maybe for me, the longest ever walk was maybe 30 kilometers. And then I needed new shoes. All right, so please feel free to send us in your request. Please remember, if you're going to use the Sharp Kugong Ogong, it will cost you 100 won. You could get in touch with us with Kakao Talk, and just search on Kakao Talk for BeFM, and it'll come right up. And then also you could listen live on YouTube, send us a chat, or you could go on our website, on the BeFM website, and you could leave us a message there as well. Now, recently, South Korea has been experiencing such a strong running boom that it's been called the era of 10 million runners. Wow. The number of joggers is estimated at around 3.3 million, and those who run regularly account for about 6.8% of the total population. So, why do people start to run? It seems that the major factor was the start of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, when indoor exercise became limited, leading people to run outdoors to improve their health and relieve their stress. Yeah, I think the relieve the stress thing was probably one of the bigger reasons. Now, in the early stages of the running boom in 2020 and 2021, many people began flocking to running apps and marathon events. Now, just here, a couple of quick messages from you, the listeners. Sunflower says, today, you're really good. Hey, I'm good every day. And I hope you are as well. All right. Also, Gusa says, Andrew is a pro. Hey, not as good as you, Gosunem. You got the quiz question correct there. And you got the prize. I want to be you today. All right. So with that, we are going to move on to our next segment.
Lights, camera, action, baby. Zoom out, okay. Zoom in, zoom out, okay. Zoom in, zoom out, okay.
All right, this is Zoom In Busan. Every week at this time, BeFM's newbie producers bring us their very own segments. Now, curious to see what kind of creative and imaginative ideas they've come up with. Yeah, putting them all to work here. Last week, we had a running segment with Park Chan-woo PD. So who's up today? It is Chae Hee-soo PD set out on a new journey, stepping into different places, meeting both travelers and locals alike, and uncovering what truly makes each destination unique. From buzzing hotspots to tucked away hidden gems, she guides us to dive beyond the surface.
Welcome to Zoom In Busan. Welcome each week Zoom In Busan. Each week, we explore different places, meet visitors and locals to discover what makes each location truly special. Popular hotspots or hidden gems, we bring you closer to the atmosphere, the stories, and the everyday moments that define each place. Today, we are going to Gwangali Beach, one of the most iconic seaside spots in Busan. From stunning night views to a lively atmosphere, this place has a lot to offer. Gwangali Beach is famous for its soft sand and calm waves. What makes it unique is the Gwangan Bridge, which creates a beautiful skyline, especially at night. Now, we're going to see if people can recognize the Gwangan Bridge from a close-up shot. Do you think they can take the hint from the bridge pillar shining with light at night? Let's zoom in! This is Clara and Aubrey.
Okay, so here's the quiz. We're gonna show you a picture, a very close-up picture, and you have to guess where it is.
Okay.
Okay, here's the picture. Can you guess?
It's a bridge?
It's here, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's one bridge.
Oh,
Yeah.
You recognize
At
it so
nighttime.
fast. Is there an activity you always do when you come to Gwangali?
It's so simple. We get coffee.
Yeah,
get coffee
yeah,
and
definitely.
sit on the beach and
Definitely.
talk. Yeah. But when it comes summer, we definitely want to swim.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love swimming. For sure.
Yeah. Swimming, nice. It's really cool out here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so nice. Yeah. I've been here about 7 years.
7?
Yeah. Quite a while.
Do you mind if we ask why you first came here?
I came to teach and then I just really loved Busan, so I wanted to stay. Yeah, so still teaching, still liking it. Yeah.
Okay, hi, my name is Arsil Turagawanya Axel, and I'm from Burundi in East Africa. Yes.
My name is Gabriel Jesse, and I'm also from Burundi. And yes, yeah. She's my wife.
Yeah.
You look so happily married.
Yeah, yes, we are. Looks like that bridge.
Yeah.
Looks like the
Bengali
bridge.
bridge.
Yes.
How did you get it so fast?
It's kind of in front of us. Except the picture was captured maybe at night.
Yeah. And we also came here by night, so we kind of like see it's similar to the view we had. Yeah. We saw.
Here is Jin Sang-hoon and Kim Jin-young.
광안리는 낭만이다. 왜냐면 제가 일을 안 했을 때 돈이 한창 없었을 때 그냥 친구들이랑 바다 보러 와서 교통비만 챙겨가지고 바다 보러 와서 여기서 맥주 먹었던 그 기억이 제일 기억에 많이 남거든요. 그냥 바닷가 여기 벤치에 앉아서 그래서 낭만이 있는 것 같아요.
Gwangali is much more than just a beach. It's a place where people come to relax, enjoy the view, and create unforgettable memories. We'll be back next week with Jeonpo, the prestigious coffee district. And it's time to zoom out. See you next time.
All right, that was absolutely amazing. I love actually when you get to see parts of your city, and I do consider Busan as my city now. I've lived here long enough, but I don't think anybody would have mistaken that pillar on the bridge, especially since they were standing right across from it. Come on, make it a little harder next time for them. But it's great to see them talk about, Busan and Gwangali in such a great fashion. I thought it was awesome. Now, that was a wonderful look at Gwangali through the eyes of our visitors and locals. A big thanks to Clara, Aubrey, Jesse, Arceel, Kim Jin-young, and Jin Sang-hoon for opening up and sharing your personal stories with us today. Thank you very much for that. Now, it's official, everyone. The Gwangan Bridge is absolutely unmistakable. I was a bit worried when they showed that tricky, super close. No, I wasn't. Come on now. They got it without hesitation. They were spot on. It just goes to show how much of a permanent fixture that bridge is in Busan, at Busan skyline, and I think in all of Korea, to be honest, all right? Now, it's not just a piece of infrastructure. It's like a familiar face that greets you every night. Now, especially loved hearing that common thread of romance, woven through everyone's answers. It's a word we use often, but Gwangali really defines it. Wouldn't you agree? Whether it's the nostalgia of a first date, memories of a family walk, or just a simple, quiet joy of grabbing a warm cup of coffee while watching the waves roll in. Now, Gwangali has this almost magical way of slowing time down. In a city that moves as fast as Busan, that's a rare and beautiful thing. Now, after hearing those interviews, I think we're all secretly counting down the days until the air gets salty and warm enough to finally dive into that sparkling blue water for a summer swim. Now, for me, Gwangali is a reset. When I say that, I mean it's a place where I can go, even though the city is pretty much directly behind you. When you're sitting there in the evening or in the middle of the day and you can hear that water coming in, and like everyone in the video had said as well, they have their cup of coffee. Maybe you grab a local snack from one of the amazing bakeries in Gwangali as well, and you can you just kind of disappear. And for however long you're there for, everything else, it doesn't really matter. That's one of the things I love about Gwangali. And also, all the other beaches that we're very lucky to have around here. Eat that one, the rest of Korea. Love it. All right, so for you, let us know, though, what's your favorite beach maybe in Busan, or what is something about Gwangali that really, stands apart from other beaches in the city? I mean, it's pretty easy to say that night view and the photo op that everybody wants. I don't know how many photos I've taken of people. Excuse me, but I'll do it every time. It really is the soul of this city that we live in, and I hope you agree with me. We're going to take a quick song break. It is 5:11 right now. We still have lots of time left in our show, and this is Paint on Spring by Martin Smith.
꽃향기와 함께로는 날이 좋아서 같이 걷고 싶어요 이쁜 이 거리를 너와 함께 지금 이 순간을 놓치고 싶진 않아 너도 나와 같다면 내 앞에 머릿결이 휘날리는 그 향기에 기분이 좋아서 너의 그 사랑이 피어나고 그대 품에 안겨 살짝 눈을 감죠 파란 하늘엔 구름이 하나 둘씩 새하얗게 꽃들을 피우고 우리 둘의 사랑이 시작되고 이 거리를 하나 둘씩 새하얗게 더 물들이고 있죠 밤 공기는 아직 차고 너의 손을 잡고 서 이 순간에 서로의 따뜻한 온기를 느끼며 가로등이 비추는 거리를 따라서 지금 이 시간이 영원하길 지금 이 순간을 놓치고 싶진 않아 너도 나와 같다면 내 앞에 머릿결이 휘날리는 그 향기에 기분이 좋아서 너의 그 사랑이 피어나고 그대 품에 안겨 살짝 눈을 감죠 파란 하늘엔 구름이 하나 둘씩 새하얗게 꽃들을 피우고 우리 둘의 사랑이 시작되고 이 거리를 하나 둘씩 새하얗게 더 물들이고 있죠 내 두 손에 빨개진 물이 사과처럼 꼭 널 품은 나무가 되고 싶어 너의 그 사랑이 피어나면 해가 되어줄게 바라기만 해줄래 파란 하늘엔 구름이 하나 둘씩 새하얗게 꽃들을 피우고 우리 둘의 사랑이 시작되고 이 거리를 하나 둘씩 새하얗게 더 물들이고 있죠 물들이고 있죠 사랑이 시작되고 이 거리를 하나 둘씩 새하얗게 더 물들이고 있죠
It's time for Andrew's Quick Dive. Now, I have a question for you. Have you ever heard of yold? It sounds like a southern U.S. kind of word, like you all, y'all. But yold? Now, yold is a coin term combining young and old, referring to young seniors. I hope I'm not in that category. It describes people in their late 50s to around 60s who remain physically active, financially stable, and continue to grow and enjoy a vibrant social life even after retirement. Unlike previous generations of older adults, they are highly familiar with digital devices and actively invest in fashion, travel, and self-development, making them true trendsetters. All right. As a result, they continue to participate actively in the economy after retirement, drawing on their accumulated knowledge and experience and contributing their talents across various fields. Now, as the influence of the old generation on society and economy grows, related policies are also beginning to shift. Now, in the past, senior policies focused mainly on income support, welfare, and caregiving. However, they are increasingly being viewed not as passive recipients of protection, but as key members of local communities. Now, according to newer policies, aim to encourage their social participation and provide opportunities to make use of their expertise and talents. Now, an interesting case comes from the Netherlands in early November 2018 when a man applied to a court to officially change his age. All right. Although his biological age was 69, he claimed he felt 20 years younger. I wish I felt 20 years younger, and requested that his age be adjusted accordingly. Now, his argument was simple. If name and gender can be changed, why not age? All right. So what do you think? Since age is just a number, could it really be changed? That's a thought for everyone to think about. Maybe you'll take a think about that when we're listening to this next song, Get Down on It by Kool and the Gang.
Get down? Tell me, what you gonna do? Do you wanna get down? What you gonna do? You wanna get out? What you gonna do? You wanna get down? Tell me. Get down on it. Get down on it. Get down on it. Get down on it. Come on in. Gonna do it if you really don't wanna dance by standing on the wall. Get your back up off the wall. Tell me, how you gonna do it if you really don't wanna dance by standing on the wall? Get your back up off the wall. 'Cause I heard all the people saying, get down on it. Come on and get down on it. If you really want it, get down on it. You gotta feel it. Get down on it. Get down on it. Get down on it. Come on and get down on it. Baby, baby. Get down on it. Get on it. Get down on it. I say people, what you gonna do? You gotta get on the groove if you want your body to move. Tell me, baby, how you gonna do it if you really don't wanna dance by standing on the wall? Get your back up off the wall. Tell me, how you gonna do it if you really won't take a chance by standing on the wall? Get your back up off the wall. 'Cause I heard all the people saying, get down on it. Get down on it. Get down on it. Get down on it. When you're dancing, get down on it. Get down on it. Get down on it. Get down on it. Sha-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-doo. What you gonna do? Do you wanna get down? What you gonna do? Get your back up off the wall. Dance, come on. Get your back up off the wall. Dance, come on. Get down on it. Come on in. Get down on it. If you really want it, get down on it. You gotta feel it. Get down on it. Get down on it. Get down on it. Get down. Come on in. Get down on it. Baby, baby. Get down on it. Get down. Get on it. Get down on it. How you gonna do it if you really don't wanna dance by standing on the wall? Get your back up off the wall. Tell me, baby, how you gonna do it if you really won't take a chance by standing on the wall? Get your back up off the wall. Listen, baby, you know it. Oh, when you're dancing, yeah, you show it. Oh, when you move, 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 you know it. Oh, when you're dancing, yeah, you show it. As you move across the floor, get down on it. Come on and get down on it. If you really want it, get down on it. You gotta feel it. Get down on it. Get down on it. Get down on it. Come on and get down on it, baby, baby. Get down on it. Get on it. Get down on it. Sha-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
Oh, what you gonna do? Do you wanna get down? Oh, what you gonna do?
Get your back up off the wall. Dance, come on. Get your back up off the wall. Dance, come on. Get down on it. Come on and get down on it. If you really want it, get down on it. You gotta feel it. Get down on it. Get down on it. Get down on it. Come on and get down on it. Get down on it. Get down on it. While you're dancing, get down on it. Get down on it. Get down on it. Get down on it. Oh, 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 yeah. Get down on it. You move me, baby, when you move. Get down on it. 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 Get your back up off the wall. Get down on it. 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 Get your back up off the wall. Get down on it. 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 Get down
All right. Now, if you were bouncing around like I was, that song brings back so many memories. There's also, Pete and I were talking about a few of the remixes from that song. They're some hip hop style, maybe not appropriate for radio, but still fun all the same. Now, today we'd like to share your story about walking and running. Don't be shy, whether you do one or the other or a little bit of both, or you just do some jogging. That's all good as well. Now, what's the longest distance you've ever run? Okay, now that doesn't mean you have to go and brag you didn't run 20,000 kilometers. It could be 1 kilometer. That's okay. All right, and what's the longest distance you've ever walked? Okay, and the key question here that I'm interested in is what's your favorite song to listen to when running or walking? Now, please feel free to send in your request to Sharp Kugong Ogong. That's Sharp 9050. Will cost you 100 won. You can hit us up on Kakao Talk or in the BeFM live chat on YouTube. Now, there's so many messages coming in that we need a whole segment to listen to them. So now it is time for Busan Playlist. Can you hear it? Feel the sound of Busan. Your city, your story, your vibe. Tune into For My Busan. All right, everyone, you're tuned into For My Busan, and it's one of the best times of the show. It's time for the listeners' requested song of the day. I know that I used to love doing this on the radio when I was back home, and if I ever got my song through, I was losing my mind. So this is Busan Playlist. Now, this is a segment where you and I build a playlist together based on a daily theme. Now, today's theme or topic for our playlist is walking and running. Now, the go-to song when you run or walk. So let us know, what is your go-to song for this? Now, we got a whole bunch of texts coming in here. Now, Jenny Loves Music says, I walk about half an hour every morning. I've never run for a long time. Instead, I go swimming twice a week. Actually, swimming's fantastic. It's really good for your joints. I have friends who I've ran a lot in my life. and they've never, but they swim, and their knees are in such better shape than mine. Benny Nim comes in with my steps average is over 10,000 steps. Least is 1 kilometer steps, most around 5 kilometer in steps. I love to walk a lot. He says a request song would be Running by Gaho or Jogging by Lucy. Totally on the theme there, Benny Nim. I like it. Goes in, comes in with, I usually walk about 4,000 steps. My job doesn't require that much walking, so I'm not someone who walks a lot. Yeah, it's one of those things where I feel if you walk a lot in your job, maybe you don't want to get involved with that later. Or if you don't walk a lot, maybe you want to walk a lot later. I'm not saying, Gosanim, you need to walk more, but you might try, all right? And his request song was Noege Takiru. All right, by 10 centimeters. Okay, now, also we have Manhyuk Jo Young who says, I walk about 10,000 steps a day on average, meeting that 10,000 magic number I said. When I walk, trot music with a 4-beat rhythm is great because it matches my steps really well. I think I would keep with that for about maybe one song, and then I'd be feeling like I was dancing to a totally different playlist. I don't know. It'd be interesting. And then we're going to move on here. We have so many messages. We have 1922. Nimitz says, I try to run 5 times a week. And of course, the best songs to run to are upbeat, fast-paced ones. I would agree with you on that. If I'm trying to go hard, whether it's in the gym or out, on the pavement or running in the park or trail running. I'm a big fan of trail running as well. It has to be something that's going to go. And his song request here was Barefoot Youth by Bach. All right. And Chanuk Park Nim says, I'm willing to walk anywhere under 15 kilometers. Yeah, okay. I would say the same. You get a little bit too far, but also if you go that far and then you have to return, it's another 15K. Maybe he just jumps on the subway. I'm not really sure. But yeah, that'll be interesting for that. So we're going to get to the first song request for this. And this is Cosmo Cho's song request. This is Mr. Blue Sky Electric Light Orchestra.
Why you had to hide away for so long? Where did we go wrong? Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Welcome to
Big thanks to Cosmos Chonim for that song request, Electric Light Orchestra by Mr. Blue Sky. It is 5:35 here in Busan. I'm happy that you're joining me here on For My Busan while I fill in for DJ Laura today. Now, Cosmos Cho also said I walked 8 hours straight at Suncheon International Garden Park. Usually I walk to the place where is minimum taxi fare distance. That's kind of a good thing because if you need to come home, you just jump in a taxi and it's not too bad. When I listen to this song, they say I can walk about 1.3 times faster. It makes my steps feel lighter. I would agree with you on that one. That song has a sense of lightness to it, like you're walking on a cloud. It's pretty cool. Rosie20041 says, I'd like to listen to 인생 영화 by Jung Ji-so when I walk in the spring season. Yeah, I think that's a good one as well. I feel it's different times of the year that you might want to hear something different. Merry-Go-Round says, I walk 20,000 steps a day. Really? Do we need to see your fitness app on that one? I'm not doubting you at all. Walking is really good for our health. Busan has many beautiful walking paths. I 100% agree with you there. I recommend you walk all the Gametgil, and I've had friends who've done that. I want to say I want to do it, but I think if I start now, it's going to take me too long. They had a request for 7 Years by Lucas Graham. Big fan of that song as well. Kongoil says, on my commute, techno music is the best. It really wakes me up and shakes off the sleepiness. Yeah, I think if I was riding a bike or walking, techno music, but if I had to sit on the bus or the subway with techno music, I don't think I could do it. I don't know. I'd want to keep moving, but it's not going. Denali says, every day I try 10,000 steps to walk, but usually 5,000 a day. Hey, as long as you're getting out there and you're moving along, I think that's a great one. Beksugi says, I really enjoy listening to this useful English program. Andrew, you're awesome. I'm pretty sure I know you are, and you're awesome as well. Siwan Nim says, my favorite beach is Avicii. I see what you did there. Song request, Wake Me Up. Now, I sometimes listen to it when I walk 10,000. Yeah, I know that's something for me as well. I'm a big fan of Avicii too. So today's playlist topic is walking and running. Now, both walking and running are aerobic exercises that offer significant health benefits, including weight loss and improved cardiovascular health. Brisk walking is a form of exercise where your heart rate increases and you burn more calories compared to slow walking or a casual stroll. When walking briskly, the pace is usually around 100 steps per minute and can go up to 130 steps per minute. Once it reaches around 140 steps per minute, it starts to resemble jogging rather than walking. Now, this is something that I hear a lot of people say, I walk all the time, but I'm not losing weight, if that's what you're trying to do. But you have to make sure you still get your heart rate up a bit so that you can kick that into gear. Compared to jogging, brisk walking may burn fewer calories, but it still helps with weight loss and improves overall health. Because it is a low-impact exercise, it reduces the risk of injury and is especially suitable for people with joint pain, those recovering from injuries, older adults, and beginners who are just starting to exercise. For those who find even slow running challenging, brisk walking can be a great alternative. And also, I think if you're into walking and brisk walking, you're still able to have a conversation with somebody. Because I know times I've gone running with friends and and you're trying to talk and it doesn't get it out. So go for a brisk walk, have a chat, get some exercise, and hopefully if you want to burn some of those calories, you can. Now, we're going to get to our next song, all right? And today's playlist prize winner is slow down. 1922 Nim. All right. And their request here is Barefoot by buck. But we're going to get to that in a moment because I have a question for our listeners. If you had to choose a park in Busan that you're going to go walking in. Now, I live in the Centum area, so I love to walk around the Narugangwon a lot. And I do a loop from the Centum side to the Suyang side and back across. And with that new footbridge that goes, you can kind of make like a figure 8 pattern and then walk around. And I believe an entire loop is just around 3 kilometers. So if you're looking to get a good brisk walk in, this is probably one of the perfect times of year to do it. It's not cold, but it's not warm. And around the Hyundai area anyway, there's always a bit of a breeze. So if you're in Gwangali, it's probably very similar. Now let's get to that song that 1922 Nim really wanted to hear. This is Barefoot Youth by Buck. right, everybody, welcome back to For My Busan. Now, I have a couple of messages here I just want to read real quick. And this is probably Lee Kelly Nim. Messages in from the U.S. as well. Fantastic. Andrew, great to hear your voice, buddy. Miss you all tons. Miss you too as well, buddy. Rosie20041 says, your voice makes me wake up so energetic. Now, I would say maybe my voice doesn't just wake you up because you wanted to. There's no choice. It's just too loud. All right. Okay. And also, when we were saying about where you like to walk, Siwon-du Nim says the Hwamyong Ecological Park. I used to play soccer up near that area years ago. Absolutely beautiful. Cosmos Chonim says the Ulsuk-do Park. Yeah, another great spot in Busan. And there's probably too many places in Busan. All right. But we need to get to the Welcome to Dr. Murphy world. Now, this is a very special segment. Why? Because of me, and maybe Laura sometimes as well. Because this is a time for me. It's for Murphy, by Murphy, for everybody. Just joking. For you, listeners. Now, during this segment, I'll randomly flip through our amazing book here. I got the big book right here. And then I'm going to choose a word. And we'll talk about this word, how to use it, and maybe how you have used it in the past or how you could use it in the future. So let's get to this. Are you ready? And all right. Today's word is, are you ready? Preparation. So, what does this word mean to you, everyone? For me, preparation, it means being prepared, all right? Preparation is something I do before I go somewhere, all right? The preparation is getting my bags ready. I'm making sure that everything is set to go when I need it to go. And this is something that maybe some people wish they were able to do this a little bit more, maybe be a little bit more prepared. And when we talk about this kind of thing, this comes back to the MBTI, all right? And this is something very funny. I had to double check this with Peening before I came on the air because I was like, what is my MBTI? Now, I'm curious. It depends on how quick you are. Could anybody try to guess what my MBTI is super quick in the chat? I'm pretty sure you know what my first letter would be. All right. Come on, please, somebody give me something here. All right. I'm just going to let you know what it is. So my MBTI is ENFJ. And then there's also a little -A, but I don't really know what that's all about. But we usually say that the J types are more organized and plan things in advance. Did you hear that, Jagya? J type. No, J type. There's people that saying this? Did they say it? Okay. We got BEFM. Yeah, definitely. ENFJ. Definitely, I love it. Fantastic. All right. So they like schedules, clear goals, and knowing what comes next. On the other hand, P types are seen as more spontaneous. They prefer to stay flexible and make decisions in the moment and keep the options open. So in simple terms, people often say that J types plan, P types go with the flow. I would like to think I'm more of the P type. But when I answer questions and when I get down to it, maybe I am more of a J. I'm not sure. But here's the important question. Does that mean planning is only for J types? No, not really. Even if you're more of a P type and enjoy being spontaneous, preparation still plays a very important role. First, preparation reduces stress, all right? When you think ahead, even just a little, you don't have to rush or panic at the last minute. You feel more relaxed because you already know what to expect. Second, preparation helps you perform better, whether it's a presentation, you're going on a trip, or a simple daily task. Being prepared allows you to focus more on what you're doing instead of worrying about what you forgot. Sometimes I think I forgot more than I can remember, so that's something I got to work on. And third, preparation actually gives you more freedom. That might sound surprising, but when you have a basic plan, you can be spontaneous within that structure. Maybe that's more what I like. It's like having a safety net. You can explore, try new things, and still feel secure. So planning isn't just about being rigid or losing your flexibility. It's about creating a strong base that supports whatever style you have. Now, in the end, whether you're a J or you're a P, a little preparation can make a big difference and help you do your best in any situation. Now, before we close everything out here, I do have to give a couple shout outs to everyone in the chat. Thank you so much for all your listeners, whether all your messages, whether that was on Kakao Talk, whether it was YouTube live chat, or you spent the 100 won and sent us a message through Sharp Gugong Ogong. I had a fantastic time today sitting in here for Laura. If she is still under the weather tomorrow, you might see me back again, but I know she's a fighter and she will be back. All right. So other than that, I just want to give a big shout out to everyone involved here today. For My Busan is produced by Park Bo-sung, written by Hong Kyung-hwa, and hosted, today, by me, Andrew Murphy. And we're going to finish off today with the song Farewell for Now by Jo Yuri, and we'll see you all back here tomorrow. Bye-bye, everyone.
꾸준 것만 바라보는 나 대화 속에서 깨난 숨 이어가려 해도 끊기는 대화 언제부터던가 잡은 손을 놓아주는 건 어쩌면 이건 사랑의 다른 말 조금 더 머물러줘 그런 얘긴 너의 그 눈 속에 날 찾을 수 없다는 걸 알아 그림자 멀어져가는 내 그림자 남은 건 빛바래진 마음뿐이야 의미 없다 발끝이라 해도 파도처럼 아름답던 지난 날에 우린 이제 안녕 어쩌면 이건 사랑의 다른 말 나를 따라 어느새 좋아져 버렸던 여름날 함께였던 계절에 홀로 서서 그대를 찾아 그림자 멀어져가는 내 그림자 남은 건 빛바래진 마음뿐이야 의미 없다 더 발끝이라 파도처럼 아름답던 지난 날에 우린 이제 안녕 벌써 멀리 와버린 듯해 닳아버린 마음을 꼭 잡고 있어 그런 모습까지 알아줬음에 이 하루의 끝 어쩌면 오늘의 I'm still right here 그림자 멀어져가는 내 그림